So tonight we're going to be looking at the Lemorele TC19 Plus, an 8-in-1 USB-C hub. And with this modern age of laptops and ultrabooks and Macs getting less and less ports, having a dongle is incredibly handy. Like with my Surface Pro 8 here, which only has two Thunderbolt 4 ports, I need this for my daily use of being able to plug in mice, keyboards, SSDs, Ethernet back on to my machine. So let's open this up and take a look at it. So let's have a look in the box. So we've got some stickers, a bookmark, and the device itself. Now it's a nice sort of silvery sort of colour, dark silver. Go well with a Mac. Quite light still, even though it's reasonably large. And a cable, it's quite a short cable that's designed to plug into the side of your laptop and have it device sitting beside you. Ports wise, we've got the RJ45, and on the side we've got a micro SD, a full size SD, two USB A's, an HDMI 4K30, and two USB C's, one of which actually provides power delivery up to 100 watts. So what we can do is we can plug in a power adapter into this device and actually charge your Ultrabook or your Mac from the actual dock itself, and that's very handy. So let's plug it in and see how we get on. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to plug in my USB-C power adapter, and there we go. It's just popped up showing that we're charging. So now the power is coming from this actual dock to my laptop. Next, if my assistant could please pass me my RJ45, we're going to test the Ethernet. Now you can see at the moment I've got no Wi-Fi. I've got my Wi-Fi switched off currently, so we have no internet. So I'm going to literally plug in the Ethernet port. And there we go, we can see that it's now picking up and we're going to have internet. It's much more preferable to be using the actual RJ45 than it is for Wi-Fi. It's a much more stable throughput, you don't get any drops over Ethernet, so I do prefer using that. Okay, so here we go, you can see now I'm on the internet. Nice and speedy. I'm going to quickly test the SD card slot. Popped it in, it's picked up straight away. Now this is from my DSLR, so I'm going to just take a video clip. I'm going to copy that straight to my downloads folder, and it's copying about 22 megabytes a second, so it's not the fastest SSD card reader out there, but this is a very cost efficient dock, so this does the job at the fraction of the price of some of the more expensive ones. And that's copied across. So now I'm going to plug in an external SSD drive into the USB-A port, and I'm going to copy a file directly onto the Surface hard drive. Let's just take a video file. So there we go, we're copying the file across. We're getting about 38 megabytes a second. So it's not quite as fast as if we plug in the external SSD directly to the Surface. But as the Surface doesn't have a USB-A, obviously that's great that we can still do that with this dock. And just lastly, I'm going to just quickly check the actual USB-C port. Pop that in there. And there we go, copying from the external SSD through the USB-C. Lots of small files, but you can see we're peaking at about 38 megabytes a second, just like the USB-A ports. Not quite as fast as plugging directly into the Surface Pro 8, but we've got that convenience of having all these ports on this small dongle. So there we go. A cost-effective, well-built USB-C hub that gives you a lot of port options that you don't get on most modern Ultrabooks. So I think this is definitely well worth a buy, and I'll certainly be looking to put this in my Surface Pro 8 laptop bag.